Sometimes in a conversation, a single tiny signal can completely change who holds the power. Most people never notice it, but once you do, you start seeing it everywhere. In arguments, in meetings, even in casual conversations. And the strange part is, the people who control conversations almost never raise their voice. They simply understand a few hidden signals most people completely miss. In this video, you'll learn 5 conversation signals that quietly reveal power, attention, and manipulation. And the last one is something confident people use without even realizing it. Signal 1, the name repetition signal. Watch what happens when someone repeats your name during a conversation. You've probably heard it before. Listen, Alex. Look, Alex. Here's the thing, Alex. At first, it sounds friendly, but psychologically, using someone's name does something powerful. It instantly pulls your attention back. Your brain reacts to your own name faster than almost any other word. That's why salespeople use it, leaders use it, and sometimes manipulators use it too. Every time someone repeats your name, they reset your attention. And when someone can control your attention, they start controlling the conversation. Signal 2, the one-sided conversation signal. This happens when someone never asks you questions back. You ask them something, they answer. Then they immediately start talking about themselves. You ask another question, and the same thing happens again. Many people assume this means the person is confident or interesting, but often it means something else. They're not actually engaged in the conversation. They're using the conversation as a stage. Real conversations are exchanges. Questions go both ways. So when someone never asks you anything back, that tells you a lot about where their attention really is. Signal 3, the calm, smile signal. This one appears during arguments. Most people expect conflict to look angry, but sometimes the most controlled person in the room is the one who stays calm and smiles. A smile during conflict can mean several things. It can signal emotional control. It can show confidence. Or sometimes it's passive aggression, a quiet way of saying, "This doesn't affect me." Either way, the person who controls their emotions during conflict usually holds more psychological power in that moment. Signal 4, the interruption test. This happens when someone keeps talking over you. You start speaking, and they interrupt. You try again, and it happens again. Many people assume this is just bad manners, but in conversation psychology, interruptions often function as status tests. The person interrupting is unconsciously testing whether you will hold your ground or give up the floor. People who confidently finish their point usually regain control of the conversation. But people who stop speaking the moment they're interrupted often lose that control. And now, the final signal. Signal 5, the relax frame shift. This appears when someone tells you to relax during an argument. At first it sounds harmless, but this phrase is rarely used to actually calm someone down. More often, it shifts the frame of the conversation. Instead of addressing the point being made, the focus suddenly moves to your emotional reaction. Now the conversation isn't about the argument anymore. It's about whether you're being too emotional. And that shift quietly changes the power dynamic, because whoever controls the frame of the conversation usually controls the outcome. Once you start noticing these signals, you'll see them everywhere. In meetings, in debates, in casual conversations. Most communication isn't just about words. It's about attention, emotion, and subtle psychological signals. And the people who understand those signals almost always navigate conversations more effectively. If you want to understand conversation psychology at a deeper level, subscribe, because once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them.